Alright, I'm gonna cut this.
It's
Like,
Friendsgiving,
and then
because
you
I got
can
no
have
family.
slice.
Wait, is he recording?
Yeah.
Austin, do something for the camera. Alex, get your fat head out of the way.
Michael, you're up first.
What am I doing?
Eating.
Oh.
Guys, I'm still literally cooking my food right now.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh, wait, really?
This is the spread for Friendsgiving. We are...
Fucking mashed
More mashed
potato.
potatoes
Oh
and
my
all this
God.
mac and cheese.
Holy shit. And it's a buffalo mac and cheese?
I only
One
got
of them.
buffalo.
One of them.
Oh my god, you should have brought all three.
I wasn't sure if everyone wanted buffalo.
Oh my god. This is...
We're hooked up. This
Woo! Yeah, we're gonna be eating good tonight.
And we just helped Jonah move in with Alex.
It's his.
Everybody's like,
I did not just cuss there. That was
we
a
have-
complete lie.
Arnold Palmer, water, milk, and
Alcohol.
Mike's hard and twisted.
No, I'm
tea.
not.
That's a first. Shit, this is hot.
You guys 5 feet apart.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Pick it up.
I don't
brain
even
matter.
know.
Like what?
Jesus
we're
Christ.
too drunk for this. Funny as shit.
How is that funny?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to go to this funeral tomorrow. I don't know how to react in funerals. 'Cause, like,
guys,
people you see
guys,
haven't seen in forever.
guys.
Are you like, hey, it's really nice to see you?
Guys,
Is it really nice to see me? Is this really the setting that's really nice?
And then we're
for
supposed to
you?
go to dinner with their family afterwards. I'm just like, what are we gonna fucking talk about?
Yeah. There's only one thing on your mind.
welcome to episode 27 of the Three Guys 5 Feet Apart podcast. Obviously, hitting record and then waiting to get their attention's not the correct method because they just kept talking about horrible things.
I'm sorry. I feel bad.
I am your host, Michael. Joining me today, as always,
How you doing? I'm Alex.
It's your boy Austin. I'm Jonah.
And it's Chris.
You sound so disappointed.
It's just
Um,
a way to
so
start
a
this.
couple of us have had a few drinks before the podcast.
This is the way to do it. We should do this every
I
week.
swear I'm a good person. I promise.
I'm gonna leave all that beginning stuff in. I'm not censoring
I've
anything.
only had 2. I swear.
Yeah, but Jonah, you have no body fat, so
I
like 2
know.
drinks for you is just like 100%.
I need a third one.
Jonah, can you do me a favor? Is Chris playing chess right now?
No, he's
I'm trying I'm trying to find
Aren't we all?
what's it called? Topics in case we hit a dry spell again.
Can't figure that
All
one
right,
out.
I got a good topic to start out.
Let's hear it.
Vegans, what's wrong with them?
So
Every-
much.
yeah.
everything.
This is coming from like Austin immediately eating like this giant piece of ham.
Bro,
I saw
Bro,
this
that's
thing.
how you cut it.
That was a slap.
Shut up! Anyone else could have cut that ham.
I was too drunk to cut it. I just had to eat it.
I saw these biscuits and the package said vegan, and I was like, how are biscuits?
Because they don't
not?
use any animal products like
Yeah.
milk or eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna taste bad.
So I started this. I thought of this topic because I was watching like the vegan teacher like going crazy as usual.
Oh yeah,
She's still a thing.
She's not as big ever since she got banned from TikTok. Also, apparently she
Why
does
did she
eat
get
meat.
banned?
Because she is like very tone deaf and will say things like, "Why did you do that to yourself?" She was talking about like I don't know. She was talking about like blackface and equated like racism to veganism or something, or it was something weird. Like I know one of the things people hated was they asked her like, "Okay, if a baby was dying and a cow was dying, which one would you save?" And she was like, "Depends how much meat the baby's eaten."
Oh man.
Yeah. She literally just equates like if you eat meat at all, you're evil. Now I don't have any problem with vegans. I think a lot of people say this. I don't have any problem with vegans as long
It's
as
not
they
very
stop.
healthy, though. You can't.
Yeah, a lot of vegans actually do end up getting
My
health
sister
problems
was vegan,
because they
like,
do
She
it.
couldn't like do it anymore, so she had to go back.
There are right ways to be vegan, but like a lot of people, they're just like, I'm gonna be vegan. Don't know.
noodles and bread.
Yeah, they don't know the right way to do it, and then ends up backfiring pretty badly. But all the vegans I've ever met have all been really like annoying about like veganism and stuff. Like they don't even want to be in the same room with you if you're eating meat. So I know people are like, oh, I don't mind vegans, you know, I just don't like all these annoying ones. It's like, well, all I've met are the
That's
annoying
all.
ones.
That's all of them. So you don't like vegans?
I feel like
Yeah.
the real reason people become vegan is because they're just trying to be.
So they can tell you that they're
Yeah,
vegan.
they can tell you
Yeah.
they're vegan.
It's like people that do CrossFit. They only do it to tell you that they do CrossFit.
Yeah, bro. Like I CrossFit all the time.
Like, so you
Yeah.
just work out? Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Difference.
I mean, vegans really, like, if you do it, like I said, if you do it right, like, there's really healthy ways to do veganism, but it's also really expensive. Like, the I can't believe it's not beef stuff. That's, like, really pricey. Yeah, that's really pricey stuff.
I hear it's good, though.
Yeah, I've always heard it tastes like you can't even tell.
Yeah.
No, you can tell.
I wonder.
Jonah can tell.
He said no.
Jonah's a connoisseur.
Yeah.
Did you try to be vegan?
No,
Oh.
I could never do that. It's disgusting.
He doesn't hate himself enough to be vegan.
I mean, I hate myself, but not that much.
I'm not a vegan because I love animals. I'm a vegan because I hate plants.
There you go.
Yeah.
The plants are beautiful.
Yeah, they are, man.
Gave us weed.
Jonah, Austin loves cows.
I love cows.
Yeah.
They're so, bro. If you like clean a cow and like pet it,
You've
and
said
stuff,
this before on the
they're
podcast.
So fluffy.
You've said this many times before on the podcast.
Look it up. I promise.
Cows, if you raise them a certain way, can actually act like dogs.
Yeah. Okay, since it's probably going to play before the episode or, like, at this moment, what did we just finish up, guys? What did we just do all together?
Friendsgiving, baby.
I was
Friendsgiving?
like, I don't know.
What did we just do? Oh my god.
You did. You had, like, really wide eyes, like,
I
you
was
were
like, I
freaking
don't
out.
know.
Oh my god. Did we do something? Was I not?
We just had Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving. And we moved Jonah in with me, Alex.
With me, Alex. And I'm just going to move your mic's heart away from you. Alcohol was a mistake.
Thank you.
No, it was a
Jonathan.
blessing.
Beautiful gift.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we moved Jonah in around noon, and then we made
Without Chris's
Friendsgiving.
help.
Yeah, Chris didn't want to
Sorry,
help.
guys. I'm trying, but also I'm not. So,
Yeah.
like, that sucks.
Yeah, I feel.
I was here in spirit, and Austin needed that spirit because he can hardly lift a box without passing out. So
Austin was dying the whole time we were
Listen,
moving
I
stuff.
have medical issues.
I was too, in a
Okay.
different way.
Like, we were moving a very, like, small desk in, and, like, as soon as we put it down, Austin's like...
I have trouble breathing constantly. It's okay.
That's your nipple, bro?
Why does
Yeah.
it sound like that?
Cat on there, bro. But yeah, so yeah, lots of good food.
Yeah, a ton of good food, and plenty of
We had
leftovers.
some sweet potato that you made that.
That sweet potato stuff you made was excellent, bro.
I slap it.
that
I
was
got,
really good.
I got
we
some
haven't even gotten
microwave bob up.
We haven't even gotten to the pies yet. We're all so
Oh
full.
my god, I'm ready. For
Most
it.
of us have had, like...
later. You
What?
said you're feeling some dick later.
You
Let's
feel
do it.
I just wanted to see if anybody's listening.
We're all
Let's do
listening,
it.
man.
Well, that's like on the podcast now.
Yeah.
We've said worse stuff.
Oh my god.
Whose idea was it to record right after?
Okay, we can't just laugh the whole episode. We gotta talk about stuff. That's the whole point.
Oh fuck.
Stop it. Stop it. This whole episode's trash. We can't use any of it.
No, this is great. This is gold.
Okay, you guys ever watched The Wizard of Oz? Obviously, you all have.
Yeah, and there's like the
Yeah.
whole theory about like the monkey or somebody hanging himself.
The Munchkin.
The Munchkin,
There's
yeah.
monkeys in the fucking movie.
No, but the monkey didn't.
Dude,
one of the
I'll be
flying
honest,
monkeys didn't
Wizard
hang
of
himself.
Oz
It
is
scared
like,
the shit out of me.
No, it's overhyped. No, like it's not-
Really?
No, but like the Munchkin. I was gonna talk about the hanging Munchkin. You guys ever heard that?
It's
Yeah.
literally just like that, but whatever.
I'm. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
I remember the theory, but could you remind me?
Basically, in one scene, they say you can look in the back and see that one of the Munchkin actors is hanging himself.
It looks pretty legit.
Like is he act
Like in real? Isn't that happening
like
in
he's
real
actually
life?
killing himself?
Yeah,
It's
like
a
they
show.
were filming it and they didn't realize that he was like hanging.
You could like see it in the very back of the set, basically.
Yeah.
I want to see this
Did he
theory.
actually?
You can look it up on YouTube.
I don't
See,
know.
I feel like it could also be like one of those things where like he knew he was being shot, so he was like messing.
Good catch,
with
Chris.
you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people might have debunked it.
Yeah, it's probably. You see, the internet ruins it. The internet makes these cool conspiracy theories, and then they just come along and ruin all of it
Although there is like this
with their
whole
damn
thing
logic.
where Pink Floyd, the Dark Side of the Moon album. If you start that album and start the movie at the same time, like Pink Floyd apparently made the album for the movie, and it like goes with the movie, and it's like super trippy.
Why?
I have no idea. It's Pink Floyd.
I actually like some Pink Floyd.
I thought you were gonna say like if you play it backwards, it's like worship
Yeah, I've
the
heard
devil.
that. I don't know if it was about Pink Floyd, but I have heard like some artists make songs, and like if you put it backwards, it's like a demonic.
Lots of people think
alien
that the whole
message.
Astroworld thing was
Oh yeah, devil thing.
that he sold his soul to the devil, and that
Yeah.
he was using everybody as a sacrifice.
Really?
I mean, it's a real thing. Like those two Island Boy guys. Have you seen them? Island Boy. The blonde one, he like legitimately came out and he's like, yeah, bro, I just sold my soul to the devil. And he's like, I'm not happy. Like I'm like fucked up right now. But he's like, I'm gonna get whatever I want.
There you go.
Okay, so
That's
like,
life.
see, I've heard that, and like I've seen some of the things. Like if you see some of the like props and stuff, like
Yeah,
they,
like the
they
whole-
are demonic, but like
Like there was like 6 like
But
fires
I think-
on
yeah,
the
but, like,
Astroworld,
I
and
think
like
there's a difference between like you're setting things up to look like that between like actually making the concert like.
I don't know, it makes sense if like some of these rich people and famous people like did sell their soul. It's because they do gain fame in this world, but
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not
There's some
sure it's
creepy
possible.
I'm
video.
not saying it didn't.
There's some
I'm
creepy
just
video of
saying.
Beyonce, and she's like dancing, and like in between her hair is like flipping through her face, and her like freaking face changes for like 2 seconds.
That sounds fake.
I don't know.
That
People are
sounds-
like, she's
sounds
in the
pretty rough.
Illuminati.
Well, she is, but like that's
Her
not.
and Jay-Z.
Her and Jay-Z are part of the most
there's
powerful
creepy
people on
stuff
the
going
planet.
on with these famous people. I just don't know what it is.
That's because they're just all weirdos, man. Like Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop.
Yeah.
Didn't she sell a
She has
candle
a
that
vagina.
smells her like
Yeah.
smells like her vagina?
Yeah.
And I think it explodes.
Yeah.
Like I think that.
Or I think it did explode. I don't think
Yeah,
it
I
was
think she had
supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't think.
It wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
There was a lot of memes that came out of it, and they were all hilarious.
Because her vagina is the bomb. I guess.
I mean, like,
I would
but,
do it.
like,
Like,
why
she's
would you?
decently attractive.
Yeah, but like, why would you?
I
wanna
think she's
smell it?
crazy,
Like,
though.
I could see. Like,
She is crazy. She's 100% crazy.
Sounds okay. Yeah, that candle idea is crazy, but some women's vaginas smell kind of
Okay.
sweet. They smell like strawberries
Okay.
if they take care of it.
I mean, I feel
Well,
like,
yeah, of
but, like, I
course.
feel like that's like a little.
Same thing with guys, though. I mean,
Like,
I don't know, but
I'm
like,
sorry, I don't like,
feel like we don't
maybe
really
it
smell like
smells
anything. It's like we either
nice
smell bad
compared
or
to like
we
a
don't.
regular vagina. But I don't think anyone like if
I
you
don't
sniff
think
their
you-
vagina, you'd be like, oh damn,
that's a
that's the
Damn.
shit right there. Like,
You like
that's
Oh, that's the stuff.
maybe Austin should release a candle that says like this smells like my butthole.
Did I tell you about that funny TikTok of this dog was like sniffing this girl's like vagina area, and he just kept sniffing and sniffing, and then he just throws up everywhere. Like, he got too much.
There was one of my favorite videos of an animal throwing up is this cat that's like up on like a shelf near the ceiling, and it's like hacking it, and they're like, no, come down, and then just vomits, like projectile vomits into the living room,
My
like
cat-
up top.
My cat literally projectile vomited
Projectile?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was like a shotgun. It fucking went everywhere.
That's why cats need to die, man. I'm sorry.
I
What?
love cats.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
Yeah, because you got like 18 cats.
I have 6. That was
That's
a
a-
lie.
That's 4 too
He
much.
had 7.
That was slander.
I had 7. Well, she got too old, so we put her down.
Aww.
Her kidneys went bad. So.
Aww.
I hope she's okay.
You never think
She's
of,
dead.
Cats.
I hope she's okay in the afterlife.
I hope she's good.
Hope she's okay. She's dead.
Hope she's up there meowing.
No,
with her
okay. I
cat
felt
friends.
so bad because my mom, like, I
Cats
didn't
don't go
know,
to
so I asked
Yeah.
my mom where the cat was, and then she just started crying.
Oh,
Like, I didn't know.
she's what Jesus
See, Austin
found.
can't even process emotion, so I just imagine him like standing there like, so where's the cat? It's like his mom starts like crying. Austin just doesn't understand. He's just there like, Mom, where's the
I think
cat?
that was like basically what happened. I felt bad. It wasn't my fault. I didn't know. I was gone all
She
day.
is dramatic, though, so like anything could have happened. Like she could have just been outside and like for
Yeah.
like 20 minutes and like got freaked out.
Yeah, that's fair. But, so,
Is that why you're so dramatic all the time?
Probably. Yeah.
am I that dramatic?
No. I think you're the opposite. Like you're.
Yeah, you don't care about it.
Leave it.
Yeah.
I need to play with it.
He said, "Let me fucking play with No, but if you guys like had like besides like cats and dogs, like what kind of like exotic animal?
Sloth.
Sloth? Really?
I would wear it like a book bag basically everywhere I go.
I guess. I feel like they're kind of ugly.
I want one of those.
You're ugly.
I mean, fair.
I forget what they're called, but I want one of those bluebirds from Rio.
I love an elephant. I think it'd be dope as fuck.
You live in a second-story apartment. Where would you keep the elephant?
I don't know, but that'd be so fucking.
You guys
dope.
are shooting
Bro,
at,
I
like,
want a penguin.
Pretty
I
cool.
thought
What
y'all
did you do with the penguin?
I thought y'all were like, I want a tiger.
I would go sled
Nah,
riding
bro.
with it.
Oh, my son.
You're just
Bro.
gonna like.
No, I'm going to like ride on the penguin.
You need no penguin's that big.
There's some
Emperor
big
penguins?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not big enough that you can get on top of it as it slides.
In
I'm
this-
like, I'm
in
going to
this
like
universe,
ride
yes.
on its
No,
back.
penguins are great because they don't have any like big predators that look like us in Antarctica. So like they'll just come up to you like in Antarctica.
That's
They
true.
have,
I've seen those
Yeah, they
videos.
have like no like predators around.
Wow,
Well,
I thought
mean,
they
do,
had
sea
but-
lions and
Yeah, they have
killer
sea
whales.
lions, but like they're
Sea
in the
lions,
water.
killer whales.
So,
So like
Like,
we're up
on
on land,
land,
so like
so
they'll
like-
just come up to you because
Huh.
they're not like they don't get chased by stuff. on
There's
land,
I think it's New Zealand or it's an island off of Australia that has like these little, like tiny bear-looking things that have no natural predators. So they're called like the friendliest animal on earth because you can just go there and they'll just come right up to you.
Oh, well, one.
I know they actually and they always look like they're smiling too.
That's
See,
so
I just want to
Will,
hear it. 'cause
would
you
a
teach
sea
them to
lion
talk.
kill you? Like if you were in the water and it was hungry,
I
would it
mean,
fuck you up?
They probably bite you. But
They get
I
pretty
don't
big.
know,
If you
like-
live,
they
you look at
can-
the really big nasty
They can
ones.
get you good.
Damn. You think you could find one?
Yeah.
In the water,
I could
no.
take
In the
it.
water.
Yeah, in the water. No.
Any fight in the water for me, I'm done.
Any single one.
Yeah.
Clownfish, you're over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
As soon as Nemo pulls up,
The
Alex is
ocean
dead.
freaks me out.
Yeah, the ocean's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Jonah, so you want a penguin that you can ride down
I'm
hills?
going to like ride it as a snowboard.
That's horrible.
But that means you can only
It's like
live in
Mario.
certain places.
What are you gonna do when it's not snowing?
Yeah.
You can come inside. It doesn't. They
They
can
smell
live
though really
outside
bad.
of snow.
Yeah, they smell bad.
Remember that one book,
Why you
Mr.
guys
Penguins?
trying
All
to
those.
kill-
Did you guys ever read that book? Mr.
I
Penguin?
remember the penguin.
Mr.
game.
Popper's Penguins.
Mr. Popper's Penguins. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that book?
Didn't like to have a movie with
Yeah, I think there's some movies
Elephant
out there.
Yeah, I think so.
smells way worse than a penguin.
Yeah.
And elephants drop like boulder-sized turds too.
So, I mean, it's because they're huge.
Yeah, he's gonna have an elephant in his apartment, his second-story apartment.
If I cut off its tusks, will they grow back?
No.
Because that would be like a really good way to
Ivory.
make some. Yeah. Make
Pretty
some,
sure that's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Oh, it is?
So, yeah,
Well,
Yeah, the ivory trade's very frowned upon.
that's very very illegal.
Which makes the.
I want to make a
market go up.
sword out of that shit.
An ivory sword's not gonna do jack,
It'd
dude.
look cool though. You could just hang it on your wall.
That's what everyone
Isn't it like-
everyone thinks it looks cool. That's why it's illegal. Cause
Isn't that like ivory like made out of the same kind of cells as basically like hair and fingernails and stuff?
Yeah, it's not very strong.
Yeah.
It looks strong on their like tusks.
I mean, they use it to like smash into each other.
Yeah, when a tusk is
Nice.
impaling through your body, you're probably thinking this is pretty strong.
If their tusk breaks off, does it regrow?
No.
I just asked that.
Yeah,
Can you
pay
pay attention?
attention.
Seriously.
Texting the redhead.
Okay. Take away his drink and his phone. You're going on time.
And his penis.
And his penis.
Yeah.
Take it away.
They actually came up with this cool chemical that you can put on their tusks. So it like ruins the ivory so they can't sell it, but it doesn't actually hurt the elephant.
Yeah, I saw that. Isn't it like pink too?
Yeah, it's like pink.
I was watching on a nature documentary where they were like chipping rhinos and they drill like a hole in their horn, put the chip in, and then fill it with like this pink paste, which is like it's gonna fill in for the horn, but it also ruins the rest of the horn.
Yeah,
so it's like no one can try to.
animal, so
No one's gonna make anything if they kill this rhino.
Get a hippo since they kill so many people every year.
Like a guard hippo.
Yeah.
That'd be a
just,
pretty
just
good
sit
point.
at the
bro, hippos
fucking
are
door.
terrifying. Have you ever actually seen like a video of a hippo
Bro,
killing
it's so
something?
Have you seen those videos where like they
They're
toss
so fast.
they toss like a watermelon or a pumpkin into the hippo's mouth and it
Yes.
just crushes it without skipping a beat?
Yeah.
Moto.
I think Moto likes you.
Like honestly,
Did you fuck a hippo?
I think hippos are probably the most terrifying animal on the planet.
They're what?
They're like the most terrifying animal.
I think they're like one of the most dangerous
Yeah, I
ones.
think
Have
they
you seen the
kill more
baby
people.
hippos though?
They are cute.
Oh.
I saw there was a story where a guy like raised a baby hippo from birth, and like as soon as the hippo was grown up, it like
Kill them.
yeah, it was like it lured him into like the water, and he thought he was gonna play with it like usual, and then it just killed him.
Oh my god.
That's what we call an L
No
right there,
feelings.
boys.
Yeah, like even lions have the story where like I raised a lion from birth, released it in the wild. They came back a year later, and the lion like was like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys," and shows off his family and stuff. Those are such sweet stories, but hippos are just assholes. They're just like, "You raised me, so I'm gonna kill you."
That. It's super cute.
Yeah.
I would never trust it.
Now, like I watched
Because they always will have their wild instincts.
Well, yeah, that's why you don't
Anything
keep it
can
as a
snap.
pet. That's why you release it. Like that lady that got her face ripped off by her pet chimp.
Yeah, but like
Why would you want a pet chimp?
I guess
Oh,
think
could
it's
you
cute.
imagine a
I don't
pet
know.
ape? If
Monkeys
you
are
could
freaking great.
control an ape,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You could like have it carry you everywhere.
Apes to me,
Yeah, freaking silverback, dude. Just
they
like,
would scare the mess out of me. If I was in the
because
jungle,
they could kill you in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah,
And I was
they could
face
rip
to
your
face.
arms off and beat
I
you to
saw
death.
this
oh
video.
my god,
I saw this video of the silverback, and there was like a bunch of like researchers, and they were like taking pictures and stuff, just chilling. And a family walked by, and the silverback just grabbed this dude's leg and started dragging him behind, and eventually let him go. And they're
Harambe
like, yeah,
style.
it was just a friendly reminder that he could destroy you guys, and they
It was,
should stay away.
I was watching this like Discovery Channel like behind the scenes things, and it's these nature photographers taking pictures of gorillas, and like a whole family of them like sneak up behind it, and like the guy, one photographer's filming his friend. His friend's like standing there being very still as like these little baby gorillas are like climbing on him and like picking at his hair and stuff.
Oh,
And you see like the daddy gorilla in the back, and the guy's like, "I'm incredibly terrified right now."
I would
He's
just
like,
break.
he's like, because I'm pretty sure if I move at all, the dad's gonna immediately kill me. But like the babies were like climbing on him, and like because he was wearing a black shirt and he had white hair,
yeah.
and so the guy filming him was doing, like, "Oh, they think you're a silverback too."
No, sir.
Yeah. And it was funny because like you see the baby gorillas like climbing on him and playing with them, and you just see like the big mean dad in the back like leaning up against a tree, looking super pissed off all the time.
Oh gosh, that would literally be the most terrifying.
Yeah.
If a hippo and a silverback went head to head, who's
Oh my god. Can we have like a fighting? Can we have a fighting zoo?
Can we do that?
Where they like pit like different animals against each other?
Did you guys ever play Zoo Tycoon? I used to do that all the time in that game.
I don't know.
Did you let the
That's
animals
not what you're
out?
supposed to do in a zoo tycoon.
Supposed to make a successful zoo.
Nah, you always you make a successful zoo, but then you open all the gates, and then all the
That's
customers
true.
die.
It's like in Sim City where you're bored of your city, so you summon like Godzilla or a tornado or something.
It's beautiful.
I love Godzilla.
That's the reason
He's a
none
nice
of us
guy.
are gods. Just to let you guys know, is because
Because we would just kill everyone.
But isn't that like just showing you that like humans are so far away from the divine? Because like in all these video games, you create a world after you're like, look at all the beauty I created. You're instantly like 5 seconds later, like I'm gonna start destroying everything now.
I'm gonna blow it all up. Yeah.
Like the idea of creating something and just letting it go never once occurs to us. It's just like, no, let's start wrecking stuff now.
It's fun.
yeah, wrecking is the best part.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's beautiful.
One day it'll happen to us.
we're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get wrecked.
I love,
AKA the
I love
apocalypse.
seeing Roller Coaster Tycoon. People
Oh,
will make
yeah.
these elaborate coasters. Just at the very end,
It just
everyone falls off.
Did you know that someone once proposed a death penalty coaster?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Where you would
That's a
die
good
from
idea.
like the force it exerts on you, but like it'd be they die in like a very pleasant experience riding a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Lit.
it like it puts so much G forces from like going in circles so many times that you just die. Like it like
Dude, why don't we
smashes
do
your
that?
brain.
It'd be
What?
fun.
Wait, no, not us. Like, why don't we do that for criminals?
If you were given the death sentence and they were like, you can go out any way you'd like, and you had to do it like in a lit way, what would be your
Bro,
way?
throw me out an airplane.
I'd do it
I mean, we were talking earlier today. I think I just want to
over
do
stuffing on
overdose on
McDonald's.
drugs.
Overstepping on
Overstuffing.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
You do drugs.
Yeah.
I have the best answer. I would choose trial by combat.
Actually, no. I want to get shot by.
Dude, yeah.
No. I'm going to I would do trial by combat. Me versus 50 midgets.
What if you win?
And they just have to get more midgets. Eventually, they're going to wear me down. But I want to like fight against someone that I know I can win, but like at the same time, if there's enough of them, eventually they're going to overwhelm me.
Round one.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah, round one, like they release 3 midgets into the arena, and I'm fighting them. And then round 2's like 5 midgets, and we get to like round 50 where it's like 100 midgets.
How many waves
many-
of third graders could you guys take on, assuming every 5 rounds is a boss 5th grader?
Okay.
I could do it.
How many
What do
are
we get for
around?
weapons?
For weapons, Okay, so no guns. It's got to be a blunt object.
How about let's make it no knives or swords
hammer.
either. It's
no
gotta be
knives
like,
or it's got to be
hammer,
something.
that's so
I want a sledgehammer.
that's so inefficient.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
You need like a baseball bat.
I mean, you could
That's a
like
good
take
one. Yeah.
3 of them in one swing.
That's true.
Nails
though.
in the baseball.
But you have to be
No.
super accurate because if you miss once, then they got you. But they have like little shanks.
But-
yeah, all.
Hold on, what's
I
great
love
about
this
this?
These
hypothetical.
guys are little shits. They're fast.
Yeah, they are.
What's
They
great about the
definitely are.
sledgehammer is they can't hold it. They can't take it from
That's
you.
true.
Like
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to swing it at you, so that's good.
You just drop a sledgehammer on them. Like, what's you gonna do?
I feel like you're thinking too much in video game logic. Like when you hit the ground, it's not gonna have like an area of effect.
No, I'm like one
Like-
long
Yeah,
Like-
one sweep. You could just keep going in
just one
circles.
sweep.
Well, like even if I miss you with the sledgehammer, like even if like just the actual thing hits you, like it's still gonna knock a third grader over.
Dude,
That's
you
true.
could like totally.
With that fifth grader
blow
boss
their
though
head
might
off.
No,
really
okay,
get
I
you.
can knock.
Yeah, if you hit a third grader with a sledgehammer in the head, it'll eviscerate them.
Yeah, that's what we call.
I sent you guys that video. Did you see it with the deer on the runway?
Weapons.
Oh yeah, where he got ran over.
Yeah,
By the
it wasn't even
plane.
ran over. It's a plane landing, and the video's like recording the wheel of the plane.
Yeah.
And they said there's a deer on the runway, and as you're watching the video, like
There's just a pop.
yeah, there's like a red mist that appears for like a second where it hit the deer and just turned it into like particles.
That's tough. It's a
That's
waste
the
of
way to go.
meat. That is a waste
My
of
dad
meat.
said he wishes that prisoners were able to like choose to go on an island and like do like a
Australia.
battle royale or like a Hunger Games thing, and if they win, then they get a leave early.
I think that
Dad
should
would
that'd
do
be
that?
He said he would. Yeah.
that'd be cool. I'd be down. I'd think
watch
watch
it.
it.
I'd do it
If
I went
you
to
do
prison.
that, like
Pay-per-view.
only the most
Like Buffalo
dangerous
Wild Wings.
criminals are going free.
That is very
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
But think
Then they have
about it.
nothing to
Remember,
lose.
like how prisons are always
They
talking
are
about how they're hard. It's hard for them to make revenue. They air the whole thing on like ESPN. ESPN sponsors it. They sell ads for it. You can buy like merch of your favorite prisoner.
I mean, honestly, you wouldn't even
Like
have to do it
inmate
to the death.
203.
Like people would like not
You
even
just
think
do,
about
like,
morality.
cage
because it's
fights.
prisoners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you just get like the worst of the worst, like sex offenders,
Yeah, we're starting
death
this.
row
The first
inmates.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, let's
You
do
know,
it.
this is
I'm
the
pretty
worst
sure
that
in
can
all the
happen.
Hunger Games movies, they consider it unethical.
But you'd make it a volunteer thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
If like you wouldn't force the person, you'd be like,
You
hey,
either you can do this or you can finish your sentence, and for some people that could be life, that could be 20 years.
What if we
Yeah.
don't make it to the death and we just make it like cage fights where you don't have to like wear boxing gloves and stuff?
No.
Could be fun.
that's lame.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
death
like,
part is fun.
there's
And
only-
plus it frees up more space in the prisons.
I know,
Yeah.
but like you want like the people to be rooting for a dude. If they just die after one fight, you know?
It's tough.
Yeah,
If a racing horse breaks its leg,
shoot it
Game
right there.
over.
You shoot it right there on the track.
Yeah,
Hunger
it's
Games
over.
style battle royale, 100 people on an island, like that'll take a few days at least.
And you could do like different places too. It doesn't have to be an island. You could go find like some
abandoned
abandoned
city.
Yeah.
factory that you wall
Yeah.
up or something. You could do some cool places.
yeah.
Man, this sounds awesome. Let's make this a real thing. It's like Squid Game, but for prisoners.
That'd be fun.
Except in Squid Game they signed up. Okay. I guess we said they could.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
voluntary. You don't force the prisoners to do it.
Oh,
Maybe you could force a couple like death row inmates because it's like you're gonna die anyway, but this is a chance for you to also go free. So
Yeah, might as well try.
Oh, but
Yeah.
it might like
go free.
die in a much worse way.
What if you
That's true.
What if you like Jeffrey Dahmer, like someone like that? Like he's just
he
I
won.
don't know who dealt
Free.
with Jeffrey Dahmer.
And like, do you think? Okay,
like,
so
mass murder.
so here's what happens. He wins, and you have all the people that were rooting for him the whole time, like we love Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah. And the next thing you know, he's doing Good Morning America, like, oh Jeffrey, you're the first winner of the Prisoner Hunger Games. How you feel? And he's like, oh yeah.
fucking stabs.
Like now they're gonna have to hire like a PR team. Like we're gonna have to rebrand Jeffrey. We're gonna get away from your past and focus on. We're gonna focus on your future now. We gotta make you a household name. The kids gotta be buying Jeffrey Dahmer action figures.
Well, like,
Technically, Jeffrey
wouldn't it
Dahmer
be
is
the
a household name.
opposite? So like people would know, like, oh man, that guy's a serial killer, so we should take him out first. So,
Exactly.
like, people would team up.
Yeah.
And, like, get
Like,
That's what happens in the
I
Hunger
mean,
Games.
that already happens in prison. People like they'll find out what you've been in there for, and they go after you depending on what you do.
It's all the pedophiles.
Yeah.
All the pedophiles have to join together. But that's the thing. Like if you're all like the death row inmates, you're like teaming up. and you're like watching the pedophiles. You're like, okay, once they finish their orgy, we go in there and kill them when they're tired. Once they finish raping each other, we go in there and get them.
I mean, wouldn't you just go while they were preoccupied?
You wait for them to tuck her out.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess. But I feel like killing a dude while he's inside another dude.
Depending on how you angle the blade, you get 2 in 1.
Imagine being that guy. Like, so many feelings going on.
I think
That's a little too kinky. Oh, I've been stabbed.
I think I'm gonna. Question?
This is beautiful. I think we need to draft a letter to Biden.
Hunger Games, baby.
Just like, dear Mr. President, we have a revolutionary idea. It's going to be a bipartisan idea. See, I've always thought.
Yeah, they always talk about there's too many people in prison.
Yeah. So here's the thing. First off, it gives the prisoners a chance to go free, but it also is going to give them punishment for their crimes. So it's bipartisan. Both the parties should be happy with this solution.
Exactly.
Frees up prison space, generates more revenue for the prison, gives the prisoners a better chance to get out.
We have a game plan. We put a Shark Tank with this shit.
Yeah. But with Shark Tank, we have to do a proof of concept, so we'll have to like get some like dogs at the pound that are gonna get put down and do it with them first.
Guys, I'm pretty sure there's a couple legal hurdles we have to go over.
No,
one or two. We probably
they sign a waiver and we're good.
Yeah, that's it. That's just a waiver. You may die. X dash. Sign here. Guys, I've been watching The Walking Dead a lot lately. I don't know how much time we have on our podcast, but
We're good.
if you guys woke up tomorrow in a zombie apocalypse,
We already talked.
what's your setup?
Kill myself.
Kill yourself. Wow.
See, we already talked about this. After COVID, like before you'd see zombie apocalypse stuff and be like, that's so unrealistic. People would see this in movies and TV. They'd know what to do. But now after COVID, I'm like, this is 100% realistic. There's so many people that are like, oh, I'm fine. And they're like infected with COVID and they go out to places.
Yeah.
Like those are the people that come into
We
the
don't
bunker
lie.
and like pull down their sleeve because they got bit on their arm earlier. I'm like, so it would really happen. And then you have all the like hippie people being like, zombies are people too, man. You can't kill them. He'd go up to like, let me hug you, my zombie brother, and it bites into his neck. He's like, kill him.
I don't know what.
Take this fuck out.
I don't know what I do because man, we're fucking Ohio. Like
It's like hypothetical, so it's not like don't think about just Ohio. Like if you could go
There's a Home
somewhere.
Depot and a Kroger and Canal and Chester.
In all reality, if you think about it, like how many stores we have, there's probably like enough stores that if people work together and like banded together and reinforced them, we could probably do all right.
Well, literally
That's
at
true.
Home Depot, like the way that like the shelves are set up, they're like high enough you could literally just climb up.
Yeah, you make ladders up, sleep on top of the shelves, so the zombies can't get
You'd be
you.
fine.
in The Walking Dead, they have like little societies every so often.
So
wouldn't the zombies be able to like push the shelves down?
I don't think they'd be
Yeah,
smart.
they're like metal and they're like.
Well, yeah, but like if enough zombies,
No.
there's no way.
No.
Look,
You
it's
got-
Home
you got
Depot, so
200 people to push one shelf.
see, here's what you're
It would
forgetting.
stay still.
The zombies aren't going to organize like that. They're going to surround the shelf, so they're not actually going to be able to.
Well, yeah, but then it's gonna.
That's
Well,
true.
that's-
So again, you're at Home Depot, so you can reinforce everything because you
Yeah,
have all
I
the materials.
guess
They
so.
were Home Depot.
Now, it's funny. This is
More
reminding me.
saving, more doing.
Yeah.
That's the power of Home Depot.
More saving, more doing, more killing. That's the
More
power of Home Depot. It's funny that like we talked about this. It was making me think because I was watching this documentary about the Donner Party and the Donner Party, the people that ate each other trying to get to California.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you don't know the most famous like part of the wagon train, the Journey West.
Oh, no.
So it's this group of. It's called the. There's only one. There's a Donner family, but it was called the Donner Party, even though it was made up of like a couple different families.
Family
and-
each other.
Yeah.
They ate each other, yeah. So what happened was they are trying to get to California because it's that time in America's history where like, oh, let's all go to California and start a new life.
West, baby.
Stop messing with that, Austin.
Fine.
So they get to the mountains. Jonah, stop it. Oh my God, children. They get to the mountains and then they get snowed in because they didn't make it in time. So they have to survive the winter in the mountains, and they start by like eating their cows and stuff that were pulling the wagons and their horses, and they make shelters and everything. And you know they have plenty of water and the shelters are all right. So the biggest thing's food, really. And eventually when people start dying, they're like, our only option is going to be to like eat other people. Yeah, they don't kill anyone and eat them.
I mean, that happened.
But it's so weird because like that's what you think is happening. Oh, they just got stuck and they had to eat people to survive. But if you actually like pay attention to all the like interpersonal dynamics, they really probably could have gotten through that a lot easier. Because like instead of making one big shelter and then like rationing all their food together, each of the families made their own individual shelter and would like just take what they had personally. And so like people with less would try to like get more from the people that had more. And so like they were saying how like one of the families sold one of their dead cows to another family for like $25, which back then bought you like 2 healthy cows basically. So they were upcharging each other. You know, they were basically all screwing each other over. So it was like the more you look at it, the more you're like, so if they just all pooled their resources and worked together, they probably all could have got through it without having to eat their family members.
So what you're saying is...
What I'm saying is...
Capitalism destroys.
I'm saying, and I think COVID kind of shows this, the fact that in all reality, if we all worked together, we could get through things a lot easier, but because people have this like weird primal nature of like selfishness, like a panicking thing.
Society tells us to care about ourselves only, right?
Yeah.
And that's like what everybody does.
But it's like if you really work together in times of strife, you can get through them significantly easier. But like,
Amen.
Yeah, but people that have like the excess resources, like the people that when COVID started bought up all the toilet paper and then were selling it for like $40 a roll.
Oh,
Or like those 2 guys in Australia that drove all around Australia buying up all the hand sanitizer. And then that one has a happy ending because then the government cracked down on like, yeah, if you try to sell that hand sanitizer, we're sending you to prison. And so then they were like, oh, so we just spent like $20,000 on hand sanitizer that we now have to just give away.
there was those people in Senate that like right before COVID hit, they like sold a bunch of their stocks.
Oh yeah, that was like all of those assholes in the government.
Man, that was frustrating.
Can we get all the old people out of government? Like if you're above 70, like just stop it.
Die.
Just get out of here.
Not die, but
Just die.
Just get out of here.
Why are you still alive?
yeah. It's like there shouldn't be like some kind of forced retirement age because at some point you're gonna get too old. It's like you no longer represent the people. You represent
80
old
years
people.
ago, people, yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying no. Back to eating people. There was a rugby
Keyboard
team
part.
that
Smooth
crashed in the
transition.
mountains.
That was another one I
And they had to start eating people. And it made me think if we did that, it got crashed out in the middle of nowhere and had to start eating people, who would we eat first?
We already talked
Sorry,
about this
Chris,
before.
but it's
Yeah, because I'm the first.
Yeah.
Guys, I would literally die first.
You would, yeah, I guess that's true.
Remember we already
Last
talked
time
about
I
this.
died
We agreed
first.
that if we crash landed in the mountains, instead of trying to eat each other, we would instantly try to start like just making our way out. Because remember we said that you would have to basically
initially go because that's when your adrenaline.
Yeah, you would have the most energy. So whatever you decide at the start. Because in a lot of those stories, they like after like a couple weeks there, they're like, okay, we have to find help, and that's what usually screws them over.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times they do find help, but it's like if we after the crash was like, okay, we need to get going now.
Yeah.
And like made snowshoes and grabbed all the heavy coats and stuffed it with seat filling or whatever we had to do to keep warm. And just busted out of there ASAP, I think we'd have a much better chance than just sitting there waiting for someone to rescue us.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah, you
true.
just gotta commit.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather
when
die.
I do drop, guys, you guys can eat me. It's okay.
There's not much to eat.
Go over
Yeah,
my
there's-
butt.
What I'm gonna do is
Fatty's
I'm gonna boil you, and that all the meat comes off your bones, and I'm gonna use your spine as a weapon to hunt things.
That's
It's got a big metal rod in it.
yeah, that's true.
It's pretty sturdy. It's
Yeah.
got some-
We can use it as like a club,
Got
and the
some
bits
nice
of the
medical
segments of
power.
your spine will be like little barbs. So it's not only is it hitting someone with a metal rod, but like the barbs can mess them up too.
That's true. There
Yeah,
you go.
Your spine's the ultimate weapon.
Very useful.
Your spine.
Let's not even wait. Let's kill him now.
Let's do it right now. Not even cold.
I'm actually kind of hot.
I can turn the air conditioning on.
We're good. So yeah, eating people is not great.
Not good.
Work
the
together.
best.
If you get to the point of eating people, think maybe I didn't do as much as I could have. So this is kind of
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Mistakes were made.
this is kind of like a horror aspect of the Donner Party. Allegedly, so they ended up mounting multiple rescue missions. The first, so it started with the first group of people like, you guys got to go out and you got to find someone to rescue us. So they go out. They have 2 Native American guides with them. The Native American guide, so one of the members die, and so they eat them. And the Native American guides are like, hell no, we're not going to eat a human being.
Yeah.
And so, like, a couple miles later, they're like, we're really hungry. And they're like, let's kill the Native Americans because they don't want to eat people with us.
Yeah.
And then they end up going to the natives' village, and that's where they get the help from. So it's just like, oh, did you tell the villagers that you ate 2 of their members on your way?
I almost left that part out.
Yeah. But eventually, so they start mounting multiple rescue missions. They eventually get to civilization. They start sending missions in, and they get people out a few at a time. And the last guy they get out, allegedly, when they came to his shelter, they said he was stewing a pot of human flesh. Why would you do that? I'm going to cut that. Anyway, they said he was stewing a pot of like human flesh. But at this point, it was starting to warm up and it was starting to be like springtime. And the melting snow revealed like bits of cow that they hadn't eaten yet that got covered up. So the people were like, why didn't you go and eat the cow that was still there? And he allegedly was like, human just tastes better.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, that guy's kind of creepy, but I don't know if that's true because he apparently like sued a bunch of newspapers that printed that story for like defamation. So I don't know if
I want people to know that you said that.
Yeah, that's true. I always love it when people are like, that's whenever someone like gets exposed for something, their first reaction, that's slander. It's like, no, it's not. You actually said it. Slander would be if they made up that you said it. It's like, it's not slander just because you didn't want people to know you said it. Like, do you think Hitler was thrilled when they found all the concentration camps? Like, I want you guys to remember me for the highways. That's slander. You can't talk about me killing the genocides I did. I see a lot of YouTubers, like, when they get exposed for something, like, these slanderous accusations, like, it's real, bro.
It's there. It's actually happening. I love apology videos. They make me laugh.
We should film like an apology video ahead of time, and then when we mess something up, then we like overlay the audio, and so it's like, we are so sorry for it, and then it's like a blank, and it's like the naked pictures. It's like we will make sure to never let this happen again. We're so sorry. We discipline our fans. It's just like pre-recorded apology video.
Use the same video for everything.
Yeah, like every time something messes up.
We are sorry for the racist comments.
Yeah, like I feel like instead of doing the half-assed apology videos where we do the fake crying, the like not looking at the camera, like, you know what, guys, we messed up. We should just make an apology video that's openly like, we don't really care.
We don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
We don't care, but subscribe.
Hashtag facts don't care about your feelings. Someone programmed a bot on Twitter to just tweet Ben Shapiro every like 15 minutes that he's short.
Damn. Feels bad.
I love Ben Shapiro though. He's a funny dude.
Apparently people like have been analyzing, they're like, Ben's not 5'9", he's actually shorter, because they like have pictures of him next to people that are 5'9",
and he's still short.
Yeah, so they're like that's the big conspiracy that Ben Shapiro is much shorter.
How short?
5'7".
I don't know what number they've officially given yet, but
feels bad.
Like, listen, Ben Shapiro, if you're listening to the podcast, which we know you are, you're a big fan. It's all right being short, No one's gonna hate you for it.
I mean, I
just gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, like, listen, just you're a little guy. That's all right. That's all right. We all get it.
Do you remember the story that came out when because he was reviewing the WAP song, and he was like,
he did that?
Yeah, he reviewed it, and he was like, my wife's pussy never gets wet. Oh my god. Oh, man.
It must be because
that's what
she's a doctor, and that's why it never. She's too smart.
We call.
I was like, oh, that's tough.
I just love all these like commentators that have just embraced the memes they've become. I think Alex Jones has done it to some degree. He's in so many memes now. Like, he's just this crazy guy, and I love him for it.
Might as well embrace it because you can't stop it.
I mean, memes about Joe Rogan.
God, yeah. Any semi-popular, I guess literally anything. There's probably memes.
Like, there's one of the memes where like the girl's trying, like he's interviewing this lady and she's like trying to talk about like a really serious topic. She's like, sex trafficking is a really big problem in America. And then it cuts over to Joe and he's like, yeah. You ever try LSD? So I think most of the memes in Joe Rogan just revolve around like when he tries to have serious people on and he's just like being himself still.
It's not great.
But he's got.
I mean, what was his Spotify deal? Was what, $100 million?
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Listen to him a little bit.
That could be me.
Could it? Could it though?
Guys, if we
That
had
could be us, yeah.
of this podcast, what would they be?
If we had who? What?
We had memes of our podcast.
I actually already talked a little bit about this. I said I'm debating going through all of our episodes and making a short joke compilation of times we made fun of Alex.
That would be the meme. The butt of all jokes.
I'm the meme. Okay.
Alex, are you at the depressed point of drunk now?
No. No.
Not quite.
Earlier, I called Austin out for being drunk. I was like, "Are you drunk?" And then he tucks his head into his neck, and his whole face turns red. He's like, "No."
He literally just wrote. Oh man.
I wasn't drunk.
Sure you weren't. I'm sure you
That's
weren't.
what they all say.
Yeah.
I'm A-okay, guys.
Are you though?
Are you?
I could.
Mentally or
Physically,
Physically,
I'm
or-
great.
Okay.
You and Jonah are the two skinniest guys in our group, and you're
I'm
both like the
feeling
ones
good.
that are the easiest to get drunk because of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You gotta start doubling up your portions of food. So you
Get that protein going, bro.
Yeah.
More protein
I'm
powder.
literally-
Austin is getting pretty jacked, Luke.
I am literally full right now. I could not eat.
Go eat more.
We still have pie.
Bro, we do still have pie.
We'll do what the supermodels do. We'll go throw up and then eat pie.
No, they eat pie, then they
I
throw up.
mean,
It's like, here's a
just
trick.
go shit ourselves real quick.
Speaking of which, I'm totally gonna have to do that. So that's why we're gonna wrap up this episode.
Shit now.
Yeah, we're now at that phase of the evening. Too bad Jonah and Alex only have one bathroom here, so it's gonna be pretty dicey
That is
for a
the
little
only
bit.
bad part about this place.
Um,
It wasn't.
and Jonah, you'll never get to use it because Alex is constantly taking craps because his bowels are all messed up.
Every day after work, I come home and take a shit.
We texted you like, "Oh, you coming to help us move Jonah?" And you were like, "My pooper's broke."
And then you said,
I didn't know what to
okay,
say.
I'll come.
Yeah,
check
but
it
I was
out."
like, "I'll come fix your toilet," and he's like, "No, my butthole."
Yeah.
It happens. It's still the best of us.
Yep.
I think it's still broke, man. I haven't pooped yet.
That's not.
I'm not gonna take a look at it.
That's not healthy.
I was gonna offer to fix your toilet.
Green.
Oh.
Oh.
I definitely think I food poisoned myself last night.
Yeah, because you ate a bunch of raw potatoes.
Okay.
She needs some
Well,
work.
Yeah.
you know they say kids
I
don't
feel
eat
better.
raw food.
It's a good way to end the podcast.
Listen,
We're
kids.
talking about
Cookie
shit.
dough.
Listen,
Eat raw
kids.
cookie dough.
If you see
Yeah,
fun-colored pills in your parents' medicine cabinet, take as
Eat them
many
all.
as you can.
Yes.
They will not hurt you.
Those are Flintstone gummies. The adult version.
Do as
Yeah.
many drugs as you can.
This has been 3 guys, 5 feet apart. I've been your host, Michael.
Oh, I'm Alex.
It's your boy Austin.
It's Jonah.
Still Chris.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving, happy Friendsgiving. We love you guys. Hope you have a good holiday, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.